Hello, Commanders, and welcome to Episode 8 of Ranked Play with Matthremar, Wild Goose Chase Edition. So, this is going to be a particularly fun episode. I've come up with a very interesting build that I think y'all are going to like. However, if you do like what you see here, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you want notifications for when I drop new videos. And if you have any comments about what you see, or suggestions, or strats you'd like me to try, all that good stuff, please leave them in the comments below. Alright, let me show you what I'm up to here. I have a Wild Goose Chase build. So, anytime you see... Oh, there we go. Okay, so we've got our plaguebearers up front. We've got Defense 2 and Revitalize. The reason I've got Revitalize is because I've got a bazillion of these draining spirits tagged onto them, and I want them to be regenning their health as much as possible. The plaguebearers are going to be naturally resistant to the damage done by the draining spirits, but the draining spirits, I've just put run speed on them. I don't have very many damage runestones left. Or execute would actually be really good, but I don't want them to kill off my plaguebearers before they can get to whatever they're at, and you'll see why in a minute. I also have a bunch of entangling roots. I've got the double ability power on them. I have a bunch of risen warriors. Now, I had a bazillion of these thunder shields, so I've still got a ton left, even though I've put some on just about every single one of these risen warriors. And then I've got some fortification, just one wall in the back, 2 crystal spires with range and damage 1, frost trap that's level 10, and an arcane archer tucked away in the corner. I was tempted to put my thunder strike on this arcane archer, but I withheld doing that. I was able to resist the temptation. Okay, so what I've done, we're going to do a little bit of a different format here. I just wanted to pop in here to show you the build that I had and what I had on everybody. What I've actually done is I've actually done the fights ahead of time, and we are going to watch those and comment on them so that I can show you a little more pertinent videos. I've deleted quite a few. Okay, we're up against Peter. He's got a swarm build. Not sure what those wolves are for. One point that I wanted to comment on is way up here, that frost trap. The reason that I put it there was to catch the risen warriors and assassins. So any risen warriors or assassins that pop over, if they do not have a primal warhorn, and this guy does... So I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, because the Risen Warriors take a second or two after the start of the battle. So they don't get that buff. Assassins will. So if I have Assassins back there with Primal Warhorn, then I'm going to get caught. But yeah, okay, let's keep going. The whole point of this is to infect the enemy's army with Plague and to deliver those draining spirits. I had a build ages ago when we had Teleport and Haunt. I spent a lot of resources upgrading my draining spirits, and I just wanted to have some fun tonight. So we are having a lot of fun, apparently. Look at that. The thing that happened right there, the reason that everything was kind of stalled, was because of the skull of the Necrolord. So thanks, Peter. That was a good round. Let's see. This one was quite fun, actually. Oh, let me reboot here. Some of these I've watched through just to get some good commentary on. But anyway, that last part was where the skeletons kept spawning from the skull and kind of kept everything pinned in place. Now this one is kind of tragic for... I wish I knew how to read those names. But whatever this guy's name is, his monster hunter just got stuck. And now he's going to be stuck there for a long time. If he hadn't gotten stuck, it might have been the difference in the battle. Now, a lot of these are wins, but the only reason I'm showing mostly wins is because it shows how the build is supposed to function, and there's a lot of clutch moments that are just really fun to watch. Okay, there he goes. He pops out because of that little skeleton, and he's down. But you can tell that I don't win all the time. You'll see on my win rate that I'm usually like in the 40 to 55 range. Okay, so let's try Big Red Machine. Alright, we got a squad build down there. Again, he's running right at my dudes. Okay, I've delivered the draining spirits. His paladin is negating the plaguebearers, though, so there's no plague. But it may not matter. He's got a very powerful squad. They're chewing through my dudes really fast. But I think I've bought myself enough time. And, well, I obviously know what happened because we're watching this after the fact. But those roots are doing their job, running nice and slow. Crystal spires with range are starting to shred them pretty good, and frenzies hit right on time. Now, the skeletons, you see them reanimate several times in a row, and they can sometimes carry those draining spirits all the way across the map to somebody else, which is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that was Big Red Machine. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let's see. Let's go to Elite. Let's see how Elite does. He's got an RD Swarm. We've got a Blessed Bombot there to pop his things back. Oh, okay. See, that's why I put the Frost Trap in the way back. Usually Risen Warriors are going to give me the most trouble. If it's... all right, well, they don't give me much trouble at all anymore. That's why I had to switch it out. I had to do some testing with this early on. But yeah, look at those draining spirits. Having the run speed on them, they just stick to you like glue. You just can't drop them. And poof, poof. All gone. So, again, the whole point of this build is to draw people to those plague bearers and then suck them back onto their side of the map. And then from there, the draining spirits will do their work. Oh, hold on. We got to start from the beginning. I should remember that for next time. Okay, Nadirek. I don't know how you pronounce that. Okay, he's got plague bearers up front. So, okay. I do get some plague on his Fire Knights. So yeah, I can handle those Risen Warriors just fine. That Frost Trap makes all the difference. But yeah, that Ember Fiend way in the back, I was a little worried about that. And here comes the Devourer. But the skeletons that spawn from that Skull of the Necrolord just keep everything pretty much pinned right in place. There's just so many bodies that they just keep coming. Now the Ember Fiend's going to run right into the Draining Spirits. And poof, Arcane Archer and Crystal Spires for the win. Okay, these guys have really good builds. Like, it's just, these are some of the videos that I wanted to feature just to show you how the build is supposed to work. I don't always win. Again, look at this. I've got 34% win rate, so I do lose a lot, and there's clear reasons why that happens. There's just some builds that you cannot account for because everything does have a counter. It's just what's most prevalent at the time. So what I find about this build that I'm using is that it's fantastic for countering squads and swarms. It even does well against the Mind Corruptor Barrier Monk Snow Globe builds that you see all the time. It's not as effective against that, but it does work. So here's Chaos. Yeah, that squad just got decoyed, got delayed long enough, and then the Frenzy units clean up. All right, let's see. This one is a loss, actually. Sorry to spoiler alert there. But I thought I totally had this one just because you see how fast those RDs are just melting to the Draining Spirits. I was like, oh, well, this one's over. But I didn't account for that one little squad of archers down at the bottom. And you'll see here in a minute what happens with them. I thought that the Draining Spirits were just going to work their way all the way down, that I'd be spawning skeletons the whole way and it would get there, but I just didn't quite catch the transition. So if I'd made it to the Mind Corruptor, and then it might have been able to walk all the way down, but you just can't count on it 100% of the time. So yeah, those archers, that's all it took. Okay, next one we have Powcall. Okay, so Powcall, he's got a Swarm build, Unholy Trinity, just runs right into it. Oh, you see those assassins? They hit the wall and then get shredded. So unless they're right in the corner, I'm usually fine. So there goes his whole army running right back to those Risen Warriors, buying me all the time in the world. And we got some plague spreading around his units. I don't mind if it gets on mine. They're just there to Buy me time. Here comes his Devourer, and then Frenzy hits, and boom, everything just gets melted. And please understand, I'm not throwing shade on anybody that I go up against. These are all excellent players. They've got excellent builds. What I'm trying to highlight is how the particular build that I'm using right now. Oh, yeah, let's go back to that one real fast. I just want to show you right there at the end. It gets a little bit dicey. Oh, never mind. This isn't the one I was thinking. Okay. All right, let's go back. I must have misnamed that one. Okay, here's Tyra. So yeah, I all due respect to everybody that I go up against. Everybody's working hard to come up with excellent builds. They've got obviously a pretty balanced win rate to be where they are. So here we've got Tyra coming after me, and I was thinking I was going to get it if I got a couple of freezes, but there's just nothing I could do to get those beasts down. Savage. So yeah, just throw in a loss there. I did have a lot of losses along the way. There are things that will overcome the build that I had. We are going to skip down to this one just to show you kind of a similar build with the Untamed Beasts, only this time it works out a little better. Now those assassins were a little far forward and bought me that time that I needed. Oh, he doesn't even have Primal Warhorn, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But so yeah, Draining Spirits doing a great job clearing up all the small stuff, and then the beast gets slowed down. I've just got the Crystal Spire and the Arcane Archer left, but those Entangling Roots are doing a great job. And then right here, he runs into the wall, and he cannot get to me fast enough. And boom, all done. So, just depending on the pathing and the spawn rate of the skeletons, how long I can delay everything, I could lose to one person one battle and win against them the next. Okay, save yourself. That's a nice play on words. Let's see. Okay, we got plaguebearers. We got battle wagon. Assassins got nuked real fast. This one was making me sweat a little bit. I saw that wagon coming up at me, but the wall held true all the way to the end. Those thorn guards walked slow enough that they didn't get enough of them on that wall to take it down. But this one I think was kind of neat because the skeleton should carry back. Yep, there it goes. It makes it all the way and gets at least one draining spirit back to that group there. So that clears them out, which enables my Arcane Archer to focus on the one unit that's really a threat that's left. Oh, the reason that I did this... Okay, let's just pause it right there and take a peek. Right up here, you'll notice that I don't have any front blockage to my little camp in the back there. And that's so that the Arcane Archer can actually leave. I early on when I had this set up, I had her blocked in there, and I would be sitting there waiting for a draw to happen while there's one Crystal Spire on the other side that she couldn't reach. So I've designed it, and actually in the earlier videos that I showed, I've actually adjusted the Crystal Spires, because we're kind of going backwards through these videos. I adjusted the Crystal Spires up and put her down up against the wall so that she'd have a clear shot to run through, because if she's going to run anywhere, she's going to run down to try and shoot anything there. So if something's on the lower side of the map, she will run in between those two towers the way that they're presently set up. When I switched them, that solved that problem. So now she can shoot past my side of the map anyway from where she's at. So once there's nothing to shoot there, she will move forward and she'll catch a lot of the stuff that's stationary on the other side of the map. Okay, so let's do Corvus. Oh, I've got to redo this one. Okay, so we got a swarm build, lots of hounds, dire wolves, arcane blades, and here comes my decoy force. And this one, the skeletons again do the little baton pass for those draining spirits, and the Death Knight's about to die, but the little skeleton that spawns is going to carry stuff. Oh, never mind. Everything runs into him. That's what happened. Sorry, it's been a few minutes since I watched these, and I've watched a lot of them, so I lose track of which one was which. But yeah, I just really enjoy this build. I just love the tactics behind it. Again, not 100% effective, just like any builds. There's going to be counters to it. You'll in most of these videos, you'll notice that I've got, again, anywhere from like a 30 to 60% win rate. So it's just a matter of who they put you up against. Okay, now this one I saved for last. This was actually the first one that I recorded, but I thought this one was really intense. Okay, so assassins almost get through the wall. I'm able to take them out. And then I thought, oh crap, all my draining spirits are going to pop before they can get back to everybody else. And then he starts running because he gets dropped down below 50% health. And now it's getting a little dicey because I don't know if I'm going to bridge the gap, but hey, those skeletons keep spawning over and over again, and poof, there it is. So that was tons of fun. I had a blast with this build. I highly recommend it if you guys want to annoy the crap out of anyone that you go up against. Just thoroughly fun and totally different from what I've been doing for a while. I obviously don't have very powerful units with this. They're not terribly high level, but they're functioning great against people with 12s and even 13 level units. So if you liked what you saw here, please like, subscribe, let me know what you think of the new format in the comments below, and I will have some more stuff for you guys soon. Thanks for watching.